Hello everyone, welcome to our new second webinar entitled Customize Your Dashboard via Odoo 16. Today we will explore the new dashboard with Odoo revealed last week by Odoo. I'm here with you, Nada, a business analyst and also a part from the business unit Business Performance InfoJet Solutions. So let's start. I hope that you are doing well and as excited as I am to discover the new Odoo 16 dashboard. So we may start our webinar with this quote that numbers have an important story to tell. They rely on you to give them a clear and convincing voice. We all know that data or information are a basic stage or a basic source to make clear decisions, strategical decision for each type of society or activity. Seriously? So, to handle your business effectively, you need to have what we call an helicopter view. Such a nice view, isn't it? So from this view, you can handle your activity to see if it's working well, if everything is going well as planned. But how can you achieve it? Could you have a flashing light that tells you that something is going wrong? Let's take the analogy of our cars. To do all of this, I think that Odoo dashboard with the version 16 is the best and the most suitable solution to solve such problems. So for the Odoo dashboard 16, it's linked to Odoo spreadsheet, totally integrated with Odoo menus. It's dynamic and totally configurable. Let's have a look on our webinar plan before moving. We have already our introduction. We will have a look on KPIs, what for, and we will explore the Odoo standards dashboard with the version 16. Some notes on configurations. We'll have a look on Odoo spreadsheet, and we finalize by customizing our own dashboard. And of course, we will finalize by your questions. So, KPI, it stands for Key Performance Indicators. That are the metrics we use to measure our performance, to make sure that we are in the right standard, if we are doing well, if there's something wrong that we should take care of. That's the main objective of a KPI. Example of KPI, probably is the most common one. Of course, you can have your own KPIs based on your activities, based on your specific needs. But most common, we have the lead conversion rate that gives you, let's say, when you want to measure the productivity of your commercial team, their ability to convert opportunities into real customers. We may have also the average purchase lead time that gives you the average time to receive some products from your vendors. We have also the monthly invoicing targets, the overall equipment efficiency. Now, if you are a part of the manufacturing world, you may know this KPI very well, and it's very important. So now let's jump into Odoo to have a look on our Odoo 16 dashboard. Here I am now at my Odoo database. I have my different modules of Odoo. Here I have the small icon in pink for the dashboard. I will go through it. So let's explore the dashboard standards together. Here at the right I have already configurable dashboards. If you have, let's imagine that you have, as soon as you have the sales app, you will have a sales dashboard, a product dashboard. Also for the CRM, if you are an accounting user, you will have those dashboards already prepared for you. For logistics, we have the purchase, the vendor, the inventory on hand, the manufacturing. Also for project, we have task and timesheet. In fact, those dashboards are already there in Odoo, already configured for you as soon as that you have the relevant module. Let's have a closer look. For example, for sale, we have product. My dashboard will give me an idea about the best seller, the best category of sales. So I have all saleable service. I may have graphs that will prioritize the best sellers by revenue and also by units sold. I have a list view for my best selling product and the best selling categories. Let's say that we have a podium of the top 3 best selling categories, for example. Not only they're showing us data that are relevant, let's say, in different formats. We have also the ability to use filters to have, for example, I have here by default the last 30 days. I will remove it. So you see there that if you don't choose a period, I have my customer care, as a bestseller. I can filter on my product or on my category product. Actually, there's also something that's very interesting in Odoo is that, for example, when I click here in all saleable service, Odoo considers directly as a filter for the category, so super convenient. Okay, that's for the sale. Let's move to CRM pipeline. Here I have my expected revenue. I have graphs for my pipeline stages, different colors based on my sales team. So the blue one will be my sales team named sales, and my pre-sales team, also expecting closing. I have my top opportunities, my top salesperson and my top sales team, and a lot of other podiums that will be relevant and super important for me to have an overview for my activity. Now, if you are using of accounting, you will have a different table. Here we have some zeros because we don't have data in our database, but as soon as you have data, it will be updated accordingly. We can check the current income, the receivable, the current expense, the payable. Logistics, for example, the purchase. Here I have the amount purchased. I have already filtered by default. It's the last 90 days. I will remove it. I can check my top RFQs. There's also something interesting. In fact, when I click here on my purchase order, it will redirect me to the purchase order accordingly. So if there's any other action to make here, it will be directly from my dashboard. There's a lot of others. We have tasks. That is by stage. We have different views for my graphs. I can have a pie or a chart, and a lot of other interesting KPIs. So maybe the thing we need to understand here is that those dashboards are linked directly to Odoo data. In fact, let's say, for example, if I create a new request for quotation, it will be appear here directly in my top RFQs. Let's say it's one of the top RFQs, but it will be updating automatically based on data we have on Odoo. We can see an example together. I will move to my purchase app. I will create a request for quotation. Let's choose our supplier. We may have Azure Interior. I will add a product. I will choose my large desk. Let's imagine that I have an important request for quotation to make, so I will have my 100 table for 139 for each. I will confirm my order. Here I have the purchase order 16. So when I go back to my dashboard, purchase, okay, maybe there's thing we need to check first is that also we may have a look on the late receipts. In fact, that's give you when you have a receipt from your supplier or from your vendor that is not that that is on delay. It is beyond the expected date for reception, so we will have a late receipt. There's something we need to check. We go from configuration, dashboards. Here I have the list of my dashboards. I can move it easily. If I want to customize let's say customize the order of it, and let's jump into the logistic dashboard. Here I have different spreadsheet related. I will jump to my purchase spreadsheet related to the purchase dashboard, and here I have my different tables. Okay, so now from here I have access to my data from Odoo. It's labeled in different names. You may change it. For me, I will take, for example, the transfers by creation date. That will give me, let's say, the late receipt. From here, I can understand the configuration of the dashboard. So the type of operation will be the incoming one. The states in assigned or waiting or confirmed. Is late is set, and the deadline must be prior to today's date, and the scheduled date also is prior to today's date, as it won't be late. Let's say I can edit the domain, so I can choose another type of operation, another states else than draft. Is late say true. I can choose also scheduled date, let's say, and deadline to compare with. And also I can refresh my values. Here I have the last update was at 11:50 minutes. Okay. Also those cards are editable, but we will check this in the second part when we will make our customized dashboard. Okay, let's go back now to our dashboard. أقرب نسيت لكم. I think I lost my camera. No, it's okay. Okay. So here from the list, I can also configure the group for the accessibility of those dashboards. Here, for example, for the accounting, it will be the group of accounting billing. I can jump to my users to show you those group of access. I have users. Jump into it. Let's say, for example, it will be me. And here I have, for example, who have at accounting, they have billing, read only, bookkeeper, or accounting. So for the access right, it's super easy. You can manage easily the access right. So who can check a specific dashboard. For the moment, I will just leave it like that, so that everyone may check those information. Okay, as we have seen in configurations, actually dashboards with Odoo 16 is based on Odoo spreadsheets. Up. Okay, let's just jump back to our presentation to have a look on Odoo spreadsheet. So, for those who did not let's say meet before Odoo spreadsheets, in fact it's a built-in tool that lives into the Odoo platform, and that interact directly with the different applications of Odoo. Let's say the common process or idea for users for Odoo is that they export data from Odoo in Excel sheets, and they treat it with formulas, and each time there's an update on my Odoo app, they are obliged to re-export the Excel and retreat it again. So that's you will have a headache and a total waste of time. So Odoo spreadsheet, the whole purpose of it is to give our users more insight into their data coming from the different apps of Odoo. In other words, let's imagine that we have data in the different apps of Odoo, and we will send it to an Odoo spreadsheet. It will be updated in real time, so each time there is a modification or an update, or we add a data in one of the Odoo apps, it will be updated accordingly in Odoo spreadsheets. And then you can manipulate it using formulas. You may have sums, you may have VLOOKUP. Mainly all formulas used in Excel are available on our document spreadsheets. So also you may set some KPIs, so it helps you to monitor how things are, let's say, going over time. Now we will use our Odoo spreadsheet to make our own dashboard. We will base on our CRM app. Our goal from the dashboard is to track the expected revenue, and we will monitor the lead conversion rate. We will add some filters to explore our data, and we will configure the accessibility for each dashboard. Now we go back to Odoo. Okay. The first thing we need to do is to go for our documents app. I will create a new spreadsheet. Odoo already have its own spreadsheet already configured for the budget report by monthly or by quarterly, the pipeline revenue report, the pipeline dashboard. That's me who made this. We have also MRP and sale commission, but for the moment we will choose a blanket spreadsheet and we will create. Here I have, it may look familiar for those who use Excel so much. So the first thing I will do here, I will give it a new name, so it will be my super new dashboard. Okay. And I will go back. Now, the things we need to understand that we will send data from Odoo apps to Odoo spreadsheet to use it later on Odoo dashboard. There are three main formats that we may insert data, that is pivot view, the graph view, and the list view. And we'll check all of this together. Let's jump to our CRM app. Here I have my Kanban view. Let's just remove my filter. I will move to the list view that I can easily insert it in Odoo spreadsheet. I just use my from favorites insert list in spreadsheet, but for the moment I won't do that. I'm interested in my graphs. let's group it by salesperson, and let's say that I want to say it per stage. Okay, it's maybe not that clear for me, so I have different types of chart. I have my line chart, my pie. For the moment, I will stay with the bar chart. It looks more clear for me, and I will choose the stacked one. Okay, so now I have my opportunities by salesperson and by stage based on our color code. Okay, and we insert it easily in our spreadsheet. Here, either I choose a blank spreadsheet or I will choose the spreadsheet I have already created, that is my super new dashboard. I will confirm. Super easy. Okay, now once I moved my graph to the spreadsheet, I can edit it. So I move to edit. It's never too late to change the chart type, so I can move on the line or the pie. I will stay with the bar. I have the stacked bar chart, but I won't choose it for the moment, and it's linked to Odoo Menu CRM. I will move to my design. I will give it a new title. Let's say it's my opportunities by salesperson. And I will change the position of my legend. Let's say I want to see it on the right side. Okay. Now I will move back to my pipeline. And the third format we speak about is the pivot view. So just let's explore together our pivot view. Let's imagine it as a two-dimensions table. So I can have different combinations. For here, the first KPI I want to follow is the expected revenue. So I will choose my expected revenue. The first thing, let's say we need to take care of is our measures. So I will add the count. Here the count are the number of opportunities, let's say matching with the expected revenue. I will filter by stage. And we'll see how this would be relevant for me for later, but for the moment I will insert it in my spreadsheet using this button here, and I will choose my super new dashboard and I will confirm. Okay. Here you may notice that Odoo at each time I insert, they add a new sheet, so I can handle or manipulate easily my data without any interference or let's say my first KPI is the expected revenue. Here no need to add a new one as I have it already in my total set. I will insert a chart. Here Odoo have already a proposition for the chart. It may be a bar, a gauge, line, pie, or I will choose a scorecard. For the moment I'm going with a scorecard, and I will explain why I prefer this type of chart. For the moment I have the key value that it will take the B22, that is my total, and I will confirm. The second things we need or we may configure it about our cards is the baseline value. Let's imagine that you are comparing your expected revenue to the last year expected revenue, for example. So I will have a sale here to compare with, and I will name it last year expected revenue, just for a little bit. And let's imagine that last year we have enough zeros, not yet. So, and my baseline value will be F2, and I will confirm. Here Odoo in fact will compare my key value to the baseline value, And this comparison may appear in different formats, so I can simply put here my baseline value, as I can value change from key value, so it will give me the difference between it, or I can have a percentage change. Okay, here it's a huge difference. Also, I may have a design, so first thing we may call this one my expected revenue for 2022. Okay, and I'm free to choose my colors. Let's imagine that I didn't like the red color. It shows that things are on fire, so I will choose the orange one. Okay. Then I will copy my card and paste it here. I will allow it. I will resize it. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Now, the second metric we need to know is the lead conversion rate. Okay, so the lead conversion rate will be the one in comparison with the total one. So maybe I may go back to Odoo to have my table without based on stage. I will choose up. And I have already the count, so I will insert into spreadsheet my super new dashboard. Here I will go for my lead conversion rate. Here it's a sample format, it's the number of one opportunity divided by the total number. I got a 0, so the thing that I should take care of is the data format. So format, I have automatic by default. I will choose number. Here I have my 0.21. I will insert a new graph. Again, I will choose my card. Here it's blank because it takes the G6 as the key value, so I can easily change it to E2 and I will confirm. Okay, here I won't choose a baseline value and just I will name it for my lead conversion ratio. Again, I will copy and paste it right here. I will resize it and put it right there. Maybe we need to recycle a bit, and that's totally fine. Okay, now we maybe add our, let's think about the top 5 salesperson. I will get to the podium my top 5 employee at my sales team. So I will go just in there, get back to my pipeline, and I will choose it by salesperson. So I have it by salesperson, the expected revenue, and the count, and I will insert it into my spreadsheet, my super new dashboard. Here I have my team. In fact, each cell here is related to a model in Odoo or specific data on Odoo based on a given formula. So here we can read it. So I have three. It's the ID of the pivot table. It will give me the expected revenue for the user ID, ID 9. So Ahmed here is the user with the ID 9. Okay, I will just show you dump, and I will put one here, and I will do the same for my user. So here, if I will delete all rows, and I will go to select it this way. Okay, enough is enough. Okay, and I will take this list, copy it, and go to my first sheet and paste it right here. So I just add a line, merge this one, and those are my sales person by expected revenue. I think for the moment it's okay for me for this spreadsheet. Now we will move it to dashboard. So I will from file add to dashboard. My dashboard name will my super new dashboard, and I choose a section. So here I will insert it with my new dashboard, or else I can choose not everything I want. Here I will add it with the CRM app, and we may check the access group right from here. For the moment I will just leave it for all the internal user, and I will create. Oh. Here it redirects me to my dashboard app, and I have my super new dashboard under the CRM app. Looks beautiful but not lively enough, so we will add some filters on it. I will go to configuration. Let's jump back to my dashboard app. I will go to configuration. It's under CRM. It's my super new dashboard, and I will edit it. I have my filter here. I can filter based on date, based on a relation or a text, and I will show you all of this. Now, if I choose date, I will choose the label. The time range, let's say year, quarter, month, or relative period. For the here, I will choose the month. I will check the default value, so it takes automatically the current period. And now I will need to do what we call the field matching. The field matching is that I should tell him that he will filter on date, that's okay. But which date on Odoo exactly, because we have expected closing date and a lot of other, let's say, fields that are that type. So here I will choose my expected closing date. I'm choosing for a different field. It's my expected closing up, and I will save. Here now I have a filter. I can go for September. To avoid seeing this little error in here, I will go back and add my little formula, if error, so that it will give me an empty card if there's no value for the period I have selected. Let's do the same for the expected revenue. Was on. Oh, okay, because I have no data in here. It's already empty. Jump back to October. and November. You see that it's dynamic and it's updated according to the filters we have made here. That's for the date. In fact, I can add a relation. Okay. Let's call, for example, it's my pipeline stages, and or we may have our salesperson. Okay. Now, when we will add a filter based on a model, is that we need something that is tangible and at the Odoo. For example, here I will choose a filter with salesperson. The salespersons are users in my Odoo app. I can choose, for example, to filter by country or any other thing that must be existing and tangible as a model in Odoo. Okay, so it proposed the responsible user, but I will go with my salesperson. Okay, let's choose it all over those fields. My salesperson, and and I will save. Here I have a new filter with my salesperson. I can choose each one. So just I will jump back to October. So here I have Ahmed, Amini, and Mark Demo. I can choose another filter to see just Ahmed values. I can choose Amini also, for example. So it's totally customizable as per my needs. Now I think that's okay for my filters. So I will move to dashboard. And let's check it here. I have all the filters I have added by date and by salesperson. There's also something that is very easy and very interesting, that for example here if I click on Mark Demo, so Odoo would filter directly with it. All I have to do is to click on it. Okay, there's something else we can add, is to, for example, if I want that car to redirect me automatically to my pipeline stages, I will move back to my dashboard, configuration, the CRM app. I will edit up, and I will edit my card. Here I will link it to an Odoo menu. Let's choose here my pipeline. Okay, and I will get back to dashboard. Let's check our card. If I click here on lead conversion rate, it will redirect me to my pipeline stages Kanban view. Okay, so for the moment, I think that this is all we will see about Odoo 16 dashboard, just to have a quick recap for all what we have seen here. Odoo V16 used the Odoo spreadsheet in order to get data directly from your different Odoo apps that will be updated in real time, and then you can set your different formulas that you are used to with Excel. You will send it to an Odoo dashboard that is fully dynamic. You can use all the filters you need, all the redirections you aim to, and it's super dynamic. Besides, we have already a few dashboards that are in our standard and already configured for you, and just to note that you are free to modify or change anything you want in all of this using the same way from your configuration dashboards, and you will edit the spreadsheet related to this dashboard. Okay. For today, that's it. I will thank you for your time, and I hope that you enjoyed this new adventure with the Odoo 16 dashboard. Please feel free to ask any question you want to have, either on dashboard V16 or any other app on Odoo. You may contact us via those different canals of communication. And thank you.